Or
What's
what's up?
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
What was that? I sounded like a canary.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm like two finance bros. Yeah, go do business with your
Oh my gosh.
I don't really know.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Hey guys. Welcome back to the.
All right.
Hey.
Okay, no. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the
We had
Complicated
a lot of
Podcast.
conversation before this. A lot.
It's
Yeah.
really complicated. Anyway, today, we're back with your host that you always have here. I'm Bailey.
I'm Liz.
Kala.
I'm Chloe.
And this is Complicated.
Today's
Yay.
like the most complicated subject.
I'm so excited.
Anyway, we're gonna be talking about dating, which is very touchy subject.
It is the most complicated.
Very
It's
touchy,
super complicated. Have you guys ever been in a relationship where they're like, "Oh, it's complicated"?
Yeah.
Like you
yeah.
have to. When someone asks you, like, "What are we?" And
I
you're
swear
"Yeah,
that's
it's
like all my
complicated."
relationships.
I don't freaking
Should you
know
be
at
doing
this
that for
point.
you?
I don't like
It's an inhaler.
Enabler asthmatic. Sorry.
Anyway, so the first story that I'm gonna be talking about is, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of, the Sabrina Carpenter, Shawn Mendes, Camila Cabello little
Yep.
love triangle. And I think we've all, for the most part, except for Liz, God bless, have been in a love triangle before, so it can get messy.
Very messy.
Little Miss Sabrina, though, this is her second time around.
Whoa.
Do you guys remember the Olivia Rodrigo drama?
Oh, I do. I was
Yeah.
always really
No,
confused about
I
that.
don't know too much about it, but I
Okay.
remember hearing
I know
about it.
so
I
much
feel like
about
I've
that.
seen
To be
pictures
fair,
or
like,
something.
she's just kind of, like, put in these situations. She's never, like, she's always just happens to be the rebound, which is so
Yeah, I
unfortunate.
feel bad for her.
That sucks.
Because she's so gorgeous
She's
and
so
sexalicious. Like, she shouldn't be the rebound.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll give you kind of a recap of the situation if you're not caught up to speed. Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes were in a relationship from 2019 to 2021, and then they were seen like going to Coachella or like meeting up at Coachella about a year and a half after announcing that they were broken up. Mendes and Carpenter were spotted out together, even though this was never confirmed, so it was more of like a rumor, speculation. And this was after, like, right after the whole Sabrina, Olivia, Joshua love triangle.
Okay. Can
So
we go
she-
into that too, actually? Because I don't know.
Yeah, we
much
can.
about
That was
that.
just really confusing. Didn't they both make songs?
So
Yeah.
I know a lot about that.
Let me finish this and then we'll dive into
Okay,
that.
sorry.
No, you're fine. So basically the whole drama that's going on is Sabrina just released her new short and sweet album. Congratulations to her. It's so good.
It's a
like-
no skip album for
It
me
is
personally.
literally so intoxicating. But there's this one song that she made a music video about, and it's Taste. And there are a lot of signs, like, throughout the music video that she is referring to Camila Cabello and
Ooh.
Shawn Mendes.
Tea.
And I'll, like, kind of pull up the pictures.
Oh, taste.
Yeah, Taste and Coincidence.
Taste,
So,
yeah.
Taste, there's this
Oh,
one
yeah.
part in the song where it's like, it references Shawn Mendes being Lyle the crocodile or whatever he was, that one.
Oh yeah, that stupid crocodile
Yeah,
movie.
so he was the main character in that, and one of his lines was la 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 la, and that's like, yeah, exactly, and that's in her song Taste, and then in the music video, Gina Ortega plays the other woman, and she looks an awful lot like Camila Cabello, and she's wearing like their Met Gala outfit kind of colors. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Gosh, people are so messy.
No, I know, but
Say, how do
people
you
also
think of all
like
that?
Yeah, I know.
look
I
into
would just
it.
like put a cardboard cutout of his face, like on
Yeah.
the other person, and be
No,
like,
literally.
Yeah,
I am-
right.
never mind.
Yeah.
Like, let's be up front.
So that's like most of. Okay, so what Glamour says here is they both Camila and Sabrina have hinted at like the love triangle. So in Taste it says, "I heard you're back together, and if that's true, you'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you." And then in Coincidence, last week you didn't have any doubts. This week you're holding space for her, tongue down your mouth. Now she's sending you some pictures wearing less and less, trying to turn the past into a present tense. And then in June Gloom, which is Camila's
I
song,
love that song.
it says, "She's cool and I won't lie. I won't act surprised. I saw the pictures. Were a house on fire for sure. Hope it'll burn out, but it just gets bigger and bigger. If she's so amazing, why are you on this side of town? If you like her so much, what are you trying to find out now? And like in coincidence, it says like, what does it say? I'm gonna have to turn it on. Basically, it says like your car drove itself from
LA to her thigh.
LA to her thighs, and like there's like pictures of them together in LA. So
That's why I remembered it.
yeah, no, literally.
So like the timeline I know is that Camilla's album and song came out first.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It came out first. No one started talking about it until after Sabrina.
Which
Also,
maybe
when
they, like, worked
so
together.
Camilla also dyed her hair and got the same
Oh
haircut
yeah.
as Sabrina. I think that I don't know. I love Sabrina, I do, but this is the second time that this happened, and like the songs. So the first song she made was like about Olivia Rodrigo. It was
all
called
because-
Taste.
Oh,
It was, no, Skin. It was called Skin.
Oh, what was
no,
it?
that was the first one. Skin was before All Because I Liked a Boy.
That was such a good
Skin
song.
basically is like, I won, you lost, he's on my body, not yours. Like, that is the whole, like, he's under my skin.
okay. To be fair,
Yeah.
let's make one thing clear. Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter were not friends. No mutuals or anything. And Olivia and Joshua had been broken up for like over a year.
They weren't
before
even dating, so I don't even blame Sabrina. I love both Olivia and
And
Sabrina. I
she
think it was just they were young.
She got so much hate for dating Joshua because Olivia was popping off with
I
her
think the thing with
album at that
Olivia is
time.
that she was just young. She didn't understand, like, because she was not 18 yet, and Joshua was, and like the whole thing was like they were becoming friends, but he wasn't gonna date her until that, like, because
Good for him.
and
Okay,
then
good.
but then like in the waiting he found someone and she got upset. Of course that like that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Especially
It
like when you
hurts,
work
but,
with
like,
this
it's
person,
life.
you did have like a big connection. She made songs about
Right.
it. Songs
Okay,
were
but
amazing.
I think if anything, he was just being respectful of
Oh, he
her.
was.
Like, hey, I don't want
like,
to
he
creep on you.
definitely
I don't
was.
want you to use this against me in the future. And also,
To
like,
be fair,
I
they
don't
also
want
like
you to.
they worked together, and that was messy enough already. Like they were both
Exactly. Sounds like he did the right thing in this.
He did, yeah,
100%.
And I just think like her songs were amazing. She's a amazing, phenomenal, like talented artist. But just like, and I think her song like Driver's License, if she didn't make that, I don't think she'd be like as
no, not at
popular.
all.
So I'm like, I think the way it ended kind of worked out for everyone.
Agreed.
Like it, except for maybe Joshua. But
well, I feel like
Yeah,
he's more
where's he
popular
at?
now because I've
Josh-
literally
he,
never heard of him.
he can't. So
came
Joshua
back.
is Joshua's like a lore so deep. He made like 3 different songs were about like all the hate or whatever, and just like basically saying like nothing against either girls too. And like he went to the hospital because the amount of stress and death threats that people were sending him.
That's who they're fighting over?
Out of curiosity,
Wait, he
like who
looks
broke
like a-
up with who?
I'm sorry, he looks like
I
a
don't even think
twink,
it was. I don't
like
think
16-year-old
it's been
boy.
released. I think it was probably like a mutual.
Is that mean to say?
Probably.
He looks like he's.
Well, anyway, basically, like the whole
It's
thing
like a slur.
was Sabrina has now been in 2 love triangles,
Yeah.
and it's not that she's like intentionally like being the villain or anything. She just like was the rebound. And Sean and Camila had been broken up for over a year and a half, and
Yeah.
then they suddenly appear back together. Like that's a great song to
the
write
thing
about.
is with
He's too
all of
feminine.
these, like I think with Olivia and Sabrina, that one there actually was like more beef.
Yeah.
With Camilla
Just the
and
fan
Sabrina,
bases. With the fan
I really
bases,
don't
not
think
even,
there's
like-
like it's not as big fan base wise. I don't think it's as big.
No,
as, like,
I
it
haven't
was.
listened to Camila's music since she released like Senorita.
I'm gonna be
No,
personal,
literally me
though.
either.
Her recent album
It's
is
pretty good.
astronomical.
It's pretty
so
good.
I've heard bad
I
things
like it
about
10
it.
times more
I
than
just
Sabrina's.
don't like her that much.
Oh, I can't relate to that.
Yeah.
I just
I'm
love
just-
a good
I'm not a
catchy
Camilla
tune.
person. I've never been a Camilla person. Like even before, like I've just
When
never
she was
been-
in Fifth Harmony, there was so much tea and drama around
I
that.
know. I was never a fan. I feel like there was like, what was that episode? I feel like there was like an episode story about Fifth Harmony or something.
I liked Little Mix more.
Oh yeah.
I
Little
loved
Mix?
Little Mix.
I forgot about Little Mix.
They had
What
one
happened
song
to
that I was
them?
obsessed with.
Okay, what happened to like boy band
Shout
and
out
girl
to my
bands?
ex.
What happened?
They
to
went
them?
away. They became indie artists.
That makes me so.
They're all like
sad.
they're all like
so
solo
sad.
singer
Oh my God.
songwriters
But we love
now.
them.
Okay, off topic, but
We
I
just
saw
all
a
had the off
TikTok comment about, it was like these girls who were probably born within the last like 10
I
years,
just saw
and
that
they were
video.
like, oh my gosh, like I had no clue that Harry Styles was in One
I
Direction.
saw that and I wanted to
Like,
cry.
Harry Styles was in a band.
What?
I was like, I didn't even like One Direction growing up.
No,
I was
me
like,
either.
wow, I've gotten really old.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, that makes me
Sorry,
sad.
like you.
That's
We got really off topic,
crazy.
guys.
I know, really. Ooh.
Anyway,
Not really. We were still talking about this Brilliant
Yeah.
thing.
that was so swag. That's such
Right?
a swag
know.
picture.
I don't
Bring
understand why
back
they're.
swag.
Wait, no. Speaking of love triangles, share yours.
Okay. Okay, so this is, I'm keeping it PG. We're going to share this love triangle. This was in 3rd grade. Okay. It was a 3rd grade love triangle. And it was like, I didn't even know at the time what was happening. But I had 2 best friends at the time. I mean, I had many best friends. I was very popular in
Yeah, of
3rd grade,
course.
okay?
My
Same.
goodness.
But there were 2 guys in like my best friend group. One of them was named Jaden. I'm full name dropping.
Okay.
Jaden, and the other one was named Ryan. Okay. And I did not know, but they both had crushes on me at the same time, and I just thought that they were like both my best friends. So they had been fighting the entire time. I had no clue, and I guess Ryan went to Jaden, and he was like, "Well, you know what? You have to pick between like me or her."
Wait, this happened to me in kindergarten, but I dated them both at the same time.
Stop it!
I had
That's
like
hilarious. I had no clue, and I didn't date either of them.
I didn't know. I didn't know what dating was, and both of them had asked to be like my boyfriend. Same thing happened to me, except I didn't know like that it was wrong to have more than one boyfriend. So
Yeah.
kindergarten 5-year-old me, one was Dylan and one was Brayden, and I called Brayden. This is so embarrassing. I called Brayden Chicky Boo because he had a fucking on his nose.
Oh, the poor
Sound
guy.
like a wonderful human being.
Oh my gosh.
in kindergarten.
Holy shit.
That is crazy.
Actually-
and so Dylan had bought me.
I
Dylan
had a crush on a guy named Dylan in
No
elementary school. He
way.
was beautiful.
So was mine.
He had long blonde hair.
Oh, no, he
and
was,
we
like,
sat in the middle of
oh
the soccer
goodness.
field and just
He
like looked at the
started my
clouds
day.
together
Oh.
in the middle of a football game.
Mine got me a Hello Kitty stuffed animal because I told him one time that I liked. If he wanted to, he would.
If he wanted to, he would. We tried getting on Minecraft Hunger Games literally every single day
No
after school, but we
way.
didn't know that there were lobbies
Oh.
or like hubs. So we just kept joining and being like, "You're bailing on me." And we like kind of broke up because of that.
Oh my gosh.
not the Minecraft lobbies ruining relationships.
No,
Right.
right.
Okay, to be
Oh,
fair, it
here
wasn't a
we-
relationship. I just like had a crush on him. I think he might have had a crush on me, and it was 4th grade.
Okay.
Real.
Cool. My love triangle that happened recently was like messy.
Was it?
Yeah.
So-
real.
It was, when I say recently, I was 16 years old. I'm 20 now. That was 4 years ago. I'm not going to name drop. But if
Yeah.
I were, you know who you are. I don't even have to. But anyway, my very first like real relationship.
So
We
we
worked-
dropped exclusively.
He knows who he was. And we worked together. And oh my gosh, I don't even know if I should say this. I don't even think either one of them know.
Say it.
Well, one of them
It's
knows.
Say it and then bleep out the entire thing and leave them guessing.
Oh my god, yes.
Wait, that would
And
be
just
so
get our
funny.
reaction.
Okay.
You don't get to know.
So, to give background, before me and he does now.
Crazy.
But anyway, he had asked me one time, he was like Snapchatting me, whatever, and he was like, do you want to come with me to get the like, he had to like remove me from Snapchat because he got back together with his girlfriend.
Okay, so
In
they
a
were
night-
not broken up.
No.
No, and then I started dating his little brother like a month later.
So it was a brother.
Oh.
Best friend isn't the 20-year-old.
God.
And so while we were dating, like I never told him. One day he found out, but all he found out was that we had like know how he found out. I think it's because that was in a very specific timeline, and like he connected the dots somehow. Oh, I just name dropped.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's okay. You can blur it.
We're bleeping this entire thing out.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you don't get to hear it.
now he's happily married, even though that same little brother that I dated, he had cheated on me the same time. Knowing that we got cheated on. And so I was single like the next day, and they lived together in a house. So she just had to like, for a month, she made him like sleep in the spare bedroom.
Good.
And now they're married with a fucking baby.
I can't even believe that. Also, that's like illegal.
I know.
That is crazy.
That is
I have a
so
similar
illegal.
experience, but I was like much younger and it was much more illegal. But like, I feel you. That is insane.
It was crazy.
That is insane.
I feel so bad though because that's the thing, like this wasn't when they were conceiving having a baby, and
No,
they weren't
I mean,
even
of course.
engaged at
This
this
was
point. They were just
4
dating,
years ago.
but
So, like,
my thing, because I've known of people who are like getting cheated on or like have cheated. It's like how do you know if you should say something or not?
I'm a type of
Yeah.
telltale.
Oh, I would
heart.
be. I tell.
I tell.
That's
But
what I was
it's
thinking,
different
'cause-
if you're involved in like a way that you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I understand that, but I'm
Yeah.
like, if my best friend cheats on her boyfriend,
Oh, I'm
Reagan,
fucking
I
telling
love
him.
you so much, but I will tell Chris in a heartbeat.
Same. And
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
In a
I will
heartbeat.
always
And I would
let somebody
expect
know.
her to do the same thing.
Yeah, and
I
she
would
told
want
me
it
she
to
would do the
happen
same
for
thing.
me.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I mean, the girl that told me that I got cheated on, like, I'm not friends with her now, and like, we weren't really super close at the time either. But like, thank God that she told me, because I'd probably be in a completely different place today if she didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, being cheated on is. Have you guys been cheated on?
multiple
Yes.
times.
Before?
Multiple
Literally,
times.
I was always the most like trusting person.
Same.
You could literally like you could go out to a party that was all
And I'd
girls,
be
and
like,
I'd be like,
whatever.
okay, I love you, have fun.
No, literally. Bleep
And
this
after-
out. Oh.
Oh.
No,
No,
you
go
go,
ahead.
you go, you go.
But after I got cheated on, I have literally never been the same.
Yeah, no,
Ever.
I know.
I will never be the same afterwards.
My first relationship, I got cheated on, and it was that messy little triangle. And then right after, he dated my ex-best friend, we had so many problems with her because, like, we weren't friends, and she would, like, text him and be like, can you take me to school? And it's like, you have a fucking boyfriend, first and foremost, so why are you texting my boyfriend asking
That's
me?
so weird.
And then now they're dating, and it's just, like, so, I'm like, I should have trusted my gut
Yeah.
that you were doing shit that I should have just seen the signs, but I was just
literally.
like,
yeah, but I mean, but you don't want to.
yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I
Like, it was
mean?
my
If
first
you can
real
ignore them, you're gonna
relationship.
ignore them.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly.
What were you gonna say?
But-
Anyways, guys, that was a lot about our own personal lives.
yeah, but you know
He
what that's
likes
what the
that.
podcast is for.
Yeah, we had to.
You don't get a lot of my personal life, so sorry.
Honestly,
is
it's
like
good you're not messy.
No, for sure. We're a part of a lot of messy things. But yeah, everyone's kind of experienced a love triangle for the most part, and if you haven't, you're so lucky because it gets
It's so
so
not
messy, and
Yeah.
like just being in the middle of drama in general is never. It's never fun for anybody.
complicated.
It's fun to talk about.
complicated.
That's this
It's
podcast,
entertaining
but, like,
to
it's
hear, but being actually living through it,
No.
Is
Miserable.
It's hell. It's awful.
very complicated for sure. Didn't you have a story you wanted to tell us?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna move along to Miss Liz. She's got another relationship story. You're gonna give us all the deets because I don't know much about it, but I've seen bits and pieces.
This is about Clinton Kane, who is a.
Oh, I thought you were going into
Who has
the
really bad
I'll need to
teeth.
Clinton Kane.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, and as
He's
Australian.
Australian. His family is dead. He's a musician. So he's a musician. That's his whole thing. He had one song go really viral called Chicken Fingies or something. Chicken
I'm
Fingers.
sorry, what?
It was called. It was like a play on Chicken Fingers. It was a good song. Like I can hand it to
Oh,
him.
heck no, I'm
But it was
totally
about
listening
his mom, who he said had died, which we now know is not the case.
That's
He
weird.
dated this girl, Brooke Schofield, who is like an influencer. I guess she's really good. She's best friends
She's
with
on
Tana.
the canceled podcast.
Yeah, with Tana Mojo, who's been
Wait, who is?
Brooke.
Oh, they did,
Yeah.
right? Wait,
Yeah.
isn't he like kind of like
He's short.
He's a little condensed. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's fun
And so
size.
I
what
know what you're talking
happened
about.
is so they
He's
dated
weird.
for about, what was it, like, shoot, I forgot how long they dated for.
I'm listening to this.
I have no idea. I'm hearing about this for the first time.
Chicken
Oh,
tenders.
shit.
Chicken tendies or something like that.
Okay, that's cringe though. Sorry. If you're making a song and you're like
Okay,
trying to be serious,
I'm
and it's called
sorry.
chicken tendies, that's cringe.
Real
Yeah, I
quick.
agree.
So they dated for about 6 months. That's what Brooke said. Clinton says that was a lie, but
We
she
don't
had
believe
proof.
anything that comes out of
So Brooke made a 14-part series called "Who the F Did I Marry?" They didn't marry, but that's just what she called it.
Okay.
And it was basically about who did I not marry? Did I date not marry? There was,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
He made that.
Who
right? Or
did?
she?
Yeah, he made that
Okay.
one. So they both made different parts. Brooke went first. It was a 14-part series, all at the same time at night.
I remember
She
that.
said she just like had to get something off her chest about it,
Okay.
and it was basically just the details of him manipulating her. He cheated on her for the entire time they were dating, and then he tries
cheated
to
on
like,
her?
uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Wait, what?
He cheated on her with like multiple girls.
Can we get like a picture
I was gonna
comparison
say-
of
No,
the
please
both of them?
compare.
Hold up on here.
Hold up.
please.
Hold on, I got Clint.
Clinton Kane cheated on Brooke for about like 6 months, and they were together for about 6 months.
Okay, so
the
the entire
entirety-
time.
Literally
The
the entire
entirety of
time
the
they were together.
relationship?
And it was with like multiple different people that he would like gaslight into saying Brooke was crazy. So he had this plan, like he was very manipulative. He told like the whole world that his mom was dead and wrote the song about it. Turns out people found proof that she is not dead, and then he tried to gaslight everyone and saying he never said that.
I want to know what his mom thought about that.
What does his mom look like?
Oh my god.
I don't know, but like,
that out.
and so he said, "Oh, I just said that I meant like a mother figure of mine."
Oh my god, this is crazy because I went on a date with a guy that literally told me his mom was dead and then later told me that she wanted him to come up for Christmas Eve.
Oh.
And then I was like, I thought she was dead. And he was like, well, I mean, she's not dead, but she's not doing well.
Oh my god.
And then showed me
Dead
the
and not
picture.
doing well
Dead
is
means
far different.
no
Dead
coming
means-
back.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
So like, but like Brooke found this out because like he also like he told her so many different lies to like keep her coming back, even though he was cheating on her and trying to tell all these other girls that she was the crazy one. So when one day if she left,
Oh, that.
they
It
would
would-
like he would
They
like
would hold it
planted
against
that she
him.
was crazy.
He's so
And it kind of worked for a little
That
bit.
is psychopathic
Like that is crazy
behavior.
But she found all this out, so that's why she made that series because she was like, y'all should know him. Like he's not even an influencer; he's a musician. Like
Yeah.
he is like. What,
Yeah.
he
I'm just
plays,
gonna
like-
say it.
and so-
She is way out of his
No,
league.
literally.
What?
But he
Pretty
tried like, and
so
then he
far.
tried like he says he's from Australia. He goes in and out of his Australian accent to a point where it's like not even real. And his Australian accent sounds so fake. And he says he's from Melbourne, which has a very like specific accent that he does not have. And so then she made that series. People like he didn't respond for about like 2 weeks. Like it was silence.
Yeah.
And so everyone was like, maybe like because everyone was like, he's crazy. Like there was no coming
Yeah.
back from that.
Yeah.
All he really could have been like was, I was going through like a mental breakdown. I don't know. Like that's basically all he could have done.
Yeah.
So, but instead he doubled down. He came and made a 16-part series of
I
called
remember that.
Who. What was it? It was Who Did I Date Not Marry?
Oh.
It was 16 parts.
I heard about this, but I never actually watched it.
And so basically, he was like, he was trying to respond to it, but he wasn't responding to the right thing. So everyone wanted him to respond to like, why'd you lie about your mother? Why'd you lie? Instead, he was like, because she said they broke up on the way to a party. He was like, actually, we broke up on the way back from the party.
Oh my
so
gosh.
she's a liar.
Fuck off.
Like that is that is literally a quote. And then
Shut up.
people
Like,
and then
what?
for his accent, he said he like moved all over, but he didn't. And so
Okay, it's one thing to be from a place. Like my roommate was born in Greece, and her parents are Albanian, but she does not have an accent.
yeah,
Right, because
he said
she
he
grew
was
up
born
in the United
there,
States.
and then he like moved. So he said he moved to like he was born in Australia, then he was born, like he grew up in England, then he would have a British accent. So why do you have an Australian one? That's English.
You don't just
Makes no
lose
sense.
an accent
No.
either.
Well,
No,
also, if
and
you
like
were just
some people
born in
like
Australia,
he's
how do you have
only
an
like
accent?
20 something. You don't lose it in that amount
Sorry,
of time.
guys.
Like he's only 20 something. Like people lose their accents like for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
exactly.
he hasn't lost it. So why is it fading in and out? That's so weird.
That is
And so
weird.
basically that was literally the whole thing, just him trying to poke holes but never actually responding to why. And then all the different like articles about it are all like, I think, and a lot of other people think, are like paid by his team, because all of them, none of them ask for Brooke's opinion. They all ask for Clinton's teams. Or Clinton.
Oh, then
and
yeah,
like painting him
definitely.
in, what am I doing?
No, it's me.
No, she.
Sorry. But
That's
like
smart.
that's the whole thing. I'm like, that is actually psychotic. Like you were crazy.
No, that's
That makes no
literally.
sense.
But
he
that's
needs
like
to be
that's like
put in
that's the whole
in
thing. Like
hospital.
literally, and I just think it's crazy that he was trying to plant seeds into people. Like his
Oh,
girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend before Brooke, he still has her. Like he told her lies. She found out. He told her different lies, saying why he lied about the first stuff.
Yeah.
And like he's bringing her back, and then trying to get like other girls like be like Brooke's crazy, da da. da.
Oh.
And like Brooke is over here like saying, I feel so bad for these girls. Like I was in it, like, because she's like, I still feel heartbroken, and I know he was crazy.
I made this
Right.
one.
That's what a psycho will make you feel, though.
I made
personally.
like a TikTok not that long ago, literally saying that, and it's like, were you crazy or did he just make you crazy?
Yeah.
Because at that point, I would be going freaking mental if a man was smearing my name in the mud, saying I did this and I did this.
Oh,
because there's nothing worse than like not being able to defend yourself for something that didn't even happen.
Yeah.
That is the most
No.
frustrating
Do that.
thing in the world.
No, you can't.
You
That's the
can't.
thing.
It's
You can't
it's
defend yourself.
you just have to go with either people believe you or they don't, and that's so hard to like recover from. And I think her making that bajillion part
I
series
think
helped
her
a
going
lot.
like, and she had proof. She literally had like
the
she had
receipts.
timeline proof, not even like
Yeah.
texting stuff. It was like timelines, because he tried to like send his timeline proof, and it literally like he forgot to like edit out part of his editing into the. I was like, but like with him, I think that he is so delusional and
Yeah.
psychotic that he
Yeah.
believes it for himself. Because there's some
Oh,
people
yeah.
who can take a lie
I've
and
dated
fully
someone like
believe
that.
it.
Yeah.
I have fully
I mean,
dated
that's what
someone
you
like that.
have
think
to
I've
do,
done that
though. If you
myself.
lie
Like
Like,
when you're,
so
I do it
much.
to myself
Yeah.
sometimes for sure, but it's never like that crazy.
No, not like.
Oh, I
But, like,
definitely
those,
over
like-
dramatize like details.
Yeah, I'm like those like
In the truth.
behaviors are just crazy.
Agreed.
I'm like, I don't even know.
The thing is, like, he probably is just continuing doing this to like a bunch of other people, and
No, definitely.
it's giving
a control thing.
it. Not only that, but like he's getting so much views from it. 'Cause
I was
people
gonna
are
say,
like,
it's definitely
I've never
making
heard of
money
his
off
music.
this.
Well, he actually that plan kind of backfired for him though, because a lot of people sued him or are suing him because in his TikTok videos, his like new song, he was trying to promote it during this whole thing. He was taking couple videos of like other people on TikToks like without permission or without anything, and just using them
wait, have you
and not
guys
crediting them either.
have you guys seen the
That's
little
so
trending
weird.
lore of people being like, who is Clinton Kane?
Yeah.
Like they're literally like just being like, who is that?
Like, I'm
No,
sorry.
So I
have
think
no
it's fun. Like
clue.
his whole like tactic didn't even work because he's so stupid and thinks nothing like will come back to him.
Yeah, well, that's classic,
karma
just
comes
like
back
narcissist right
Yeah.
there.
And I'm like, he's a great singer. He definitely could have gone
Invincible.
far
Yeah.
without all this other stuff. He could have
he's
written that
talented.
chicken tender song and just not said it was about anything. Just like put it out there and it would have been great.
See, I just don't like his face. So,
I don't
me
like his
either.
face
I just
either.
can't
I think
look at
that
him.
he makes me feel uncomfortable.
He kinda looks like a
I kind of
fish.
want to throw up a little bit.
his teeth really make me out, and I don't have good teeth.
Yeah, he's
but like
odd.
his teeth are like
It's like weird.
there, and then they're not, and it just is weird.
He's
Yeah.
odd looking for sure.
I think like going off of everything that's said, dating life is just literally.
Oh my
Oh my gosh, dating
I'm
life
sorry.
is just really hard.
It
Like,
really
it's really
is,
hard.
So hard.
especially
So hard.
in our generation. Like you can know somebody that knows somebody that you're dating, and now you're in trouble because you're breaking girl code,
Yeah, exactly.
or they're a rebound.
And I just think it's like super hard meeting people.
I know,
It
it's
is so hard to meet people. Because
Like, what am I gonna do? Like, go talk to some random person? Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
No.
Am I supposed to meet them like when we're walking past
with
each
like
other?
social
like,
media
so
now,
real
it's
situation,
become
yeah.
so
Realistic.
much easier to just like follow someone on Instagram and then like start
Mm-hmm.
DMing, but like that doesn't
Start liking
work,
their
and like
stuff.
not everybody has Instagram, and like
Mm-hmm.
how are you gonna know just based off of like what you're
Exactly.
seeing?
No, I agree.
There's no personality behind it. That reminds me of this app that you guys all need to get. I think you have it.
I have it.
Do you have Hinge?
Absolutely not.
You've never used. Have you ever?
Absolutely not.
So you've never used like Hinge or dating apps or anything like that?
Like you've never
Not
used
even
any dating app?
Nope.
Okay, well, you need to get it because I know it's terrifying and online dating especially can be, but Hinge makes it like pretty safe. You can verify your identity. That way, you know, you're not getting catfished, and that way you don't go on a date with someone that's not verified. You have to like do a whole like, you know how
Like a
Apple makes
facial
you do a
recognition.
face
scan?
scan?
Yeah.
They do face scans. That
That's
way you
so
feel more
safe.
comfortable.
They also, if like you match with someone and then like you've talked to them or like you haven't talked to them on the app, it'll
ask
if
you
you've
like,
met
have
them.
you met this person?
And
that
if
way
it
you
went
can take
well-
them off,
Yeah.
or like you can,
Or
like,
if it like went well or not, if like someone was like kind of creepy or whatever, you can like report
You can report
them,
people.
and you can
Oh,
report
that's so
people.
nice.
they make
Really
it
nice.
very safe, and
Yeah.
Hinge is also like very good at monitoring. Like they tell you like be careful who you give your personal information out to.
Yeah.
Good for them.
But
I've
exactly.
This is my third dating app. I've used 3, I guess, but this is my favorite. I think I meet like so many more people
And
on it,
Hinge-
and I feel like it's not as
It's more personalized. It's not as random
Personalized, yeah.
because Hinge will send you like standouts, and then they'll be like, "Who you? We think that you two should match because you're most compatible based on the people that you're liking."
Okay. So then question, do you, cause I've never been on a dating app, but I do know like, obviously I think everyone knows the ins and outs of Tinder.
Yeah.
Is there like, do you have to pay for a premium in order to like
You
see?
can buy there's Hinge Plus, which gives you like a couple of extra likes a day, and you also get like an extra rose, or there's Hinge Premium where you get unlimited.
Oh, okay.
But what I really like about Hinge is that if someone matches with you, you don't have to match with them to see them.
Right.
Like you can
You
see
can
that they have
see-
matched
Oh, that's
with them,
so
and
nice.
You can see who's liked you.
who's liked you.
And then you can
Okay.
decide whether or
Right,
not
yeah.
you want to match with them, because you know how on Tinder you have to pay to see who's liked you.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so
and
annoying.
it only
Hinge-
works if you match. If
Hinge
you both
will
like
show
each
up
other.
if you like them, or if you like someone in your stack, then it'll go onto their likes. But if someone likes you, it'll show up in your likes, and then you can go through your likes and decide like if you want to like them
And
back.
That's nice.
What the rose is that you get one rose if you don't have premium.
They say
a
that
week.
if you give someone a rose, then you like are
Go to,
10
like, the
times more
top.
likely to go on a date with them.
it goes like to the top of the stack.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
then next question, because I know that Tinder also has this, like, excuse me. Does it show, like, people, like, in a 10-mile radius of you? Is it, like,
You
that kind
can
of stuff?
pick
You
your
can
location, and then you can pick the maximum amount of distance that you're willing to
That's another
go.
thing about
You can
the premium.
select.
Well, yeah, about the premium is that you can get more options to like trade out your what is it the
Oh,
likes.
yeah. So there's some things that have to be visible on your profile, like your height, your age, stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you get
Okay.
premium, you can
Height's good.
choose whether or not to have those on
You
your
can
profile.
also choose like so. Let's say
Okay.
you
Good for
only
short
want to
things.
date.
I know.
Like let's say you only want to date 6 foot tall people. If you,
You
have
can.
if you have
premium,
premium,
then you
only,
can choose that,
and it won't show people.
which is so nice.
That's
shorter. Or like
Yeah.
if there's like
so
you're
it's, like,
only looking.
customizable.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're
wanna
only
date.
But
looking for like
you have to buy it,
Christians
so.
or like
Yeah.
a certain religion, if you're looking for that, you can.
Some of those
customize
things,
it.
it'll
That's
say
nice, too.
make or break, like with religion and stuff and politics, you can choose, and it doesn't cost any money if it says like make or break.
Yeah.
And you can hit make or break.
Because
And
so-
same
yeah.
with the age. I chose, like for me, I chose my age range to be 21 to 27.
Yeah.
And that's make or break. Because I have never been interested in someone my own age, and I
Yeah, I
will
agree.
probably
So
never be
wrong.
interested in
Yeah,
someone
mine's-
over the age of 27.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's 21 to I think 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then like the distance, you can do like how distance, and I think mine's like 20 miles because it's up
Yeah.
to Nashville. I like put it to like
Okay.
Nashville where it caps.
See, that's why
basically.
I've never gotten on a dating app, because like I don't want people from
It's
high school or
scary.
like
Oh, you
people
can
from
block people.
college.
You can block your contacts.
Okay, good,
That's
because
so nice.
I like don't.
I blocked my ex and like a bunch of my guy friends on Hinge so that we didn't match on Hinge.
Okay, good. Because
I didn't
that's
wanna
what
s- I
I'm
didn't
always
wanna
so
know.
worried about. I'm like, I don't want it. Like, I feel like dating apps get a really bad like connotation.
They do.
And it's like if
Yeah.
you're on a dating app, excuse me, like people think you're a whore, or people
Well,
think
I
you
think-
know
I'm
you're a
just
man
gonna
whore.
say this: my stepmom and my dad are married, and they've been happily married, happily together for like 5-6 years now. They met on Hinge.
There you go.
Oh, well,
Hinge is designed to be
Success
deleted.
story.
It is. And I think that's awesome because I I've definitely met people on Hinge, and I have definitely deleted Hinge after a date or two with them
Oh, that's nice.
because I like
It's a
felt
good
like we
thing.
really connected or whatever. So
Good for you. That shows good character.
thanks.
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into
Well,
it.
that's great.
That's
I
so
want to
exciting.
preface by saying we are sponsored by Hinge.
We are sponsored by
Yes, we
him.
in
are.
case you didn't get the gist. But yeah, you should definitely look into it. I think
Yeah.
you would actually like it. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
fun.
It's especially something that my dad had told me. He was like, my stepmom's name is Rachel, and he was like, whenever they first were talking, he was like, it has to be so scary for like women to meet up with men. But always like you can meet up in a public space. You can have a designated time during the day to meet up too. Make it a little bit safer. I had my friend stalk me on a date one time just to make
I've done
sure.
that to so many of my friends.
Yeah,
That's
so
smart.
I honestly
There's
think-
ways around it.
I think like online dating, I think it has some similar things as like like not online dating, like meeting online can have the same like
connotation as meeting naturally.
not connotation like dangers
Oh,
of
yeah,
in person, because
yeah.
if I meet someone, like let's say I met someone at a bar one time, we're going out, I do not know this person very well.
you can't judge them by the
Like,
character
all
because
I
it
know,
was skewed.
all I know
Yeah.
is that his
Yeah.
face is his face. Like
Well,
that's the
yeah.
only thing I
feel
can
like
be 100%
Hinge
sure.
is better for that, just because you have so much more information.
Exactly.
About
You can
You know
also,
their
yeah.
religion, you know
Yes,
their
their
politics,
political
their
view.
height, their birthday. Sometimes you can put like your
And there are like some things about
their
that that are
star
like
sign.
deal breakers.
Yeah,
for
their
me,
star
so, like, that's
sign.
really nice.
There's
I know, because I like, and this might seem bad, but I'm not going to date someone who's not actively pursuing the Lord. And
I
like,
agree.
That has hindered my dating life so
Yeah.
much because I feel like no one is.
Right.
So like that would be so nice to be able to say I'm a Christian, like a devout Christian. I need you to be one to, or be on the way.
That's
I'm not
how
perfect.
that's how
Yeah.
my dad met Rachel, is because like some people on Hinge like took it so seriously. My dad is a very good Christian man, but he's not like reading the word every single night and stuff like that. But some women on there would be like asking him questions so specifically about his religion, and
Like
be like,
quizzing him?
yeah. And then he would be like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I do not read the word every single night, but I try to make it a like thing to where I pursue my life through the Lord, and like I go to church, I do read the word, but again, not every single night. Just, I need a man that reads his Bible every single night.
Need to do that, not
And it's
to get
like,
into
that's
it.
crazy.
But like people used to not be able to read. Like they went to church to learn
Understand.
about the
Yeah.
word. You know what I mean? So I feel like you don't need to read the word every
No.
night, but as long as you're pursuing it, like I
that's
feel like
my
it's kind of
thing.
almost
If you're
it's
actively
like,
living like your life vicariously for God, then like you're doing.
Well, yeah.
it's a choice.
It is
It's a
a choice.
lifestyle.
Exactly. And like the word is, it's the most important thing in this world, but it's like you don't have to read the word every single night as long as you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ.
And
You
everybody's
are saved.
relationship is so very unique.
I know.
Everybody makes
Exactly.
their own rules
Yeah.
for it, and I think that we need to just not do that.
Agree.
Let's just not make rules.
I know.
Agreed.
Don't be judgmental, guys.
But
It's a
again,
sin.
if it's like make or break for you, where you want your partner to be
Right.
have the same relationship with the
the Lord have
or
the same
like have the same
political agreements.
religion,
Yeah.
then it's Hinge is great for that because it literally has all of those things on there.
That's great.
I will say you can choose to say like the things that are make or break for some people, like religion, politics, and stuff like that. You can choose to not put that public on your profile.
Okay.
But then that
Okay.
gives you the
That's
opportunity to be
nice.
like, hey, I noticed that you didn't put these on there. Is there a reason why? What are they?
Yeah.
And I feel like most of the
great.
time when people would do that, it's like they probably don't feel significantly one way or another. You know?
Yeah.
Or they
'Cause
honestly
I-
just didn't even see it. Like you never know.
I didn't. I
exactly.
personally didn't put my political views on there because I feel like I'm kind of like stuck in the middle, so I don't really have an opinion. I'm not educated enough to have a one side
And
or
I
the
think
other.
that's wonderful for
you.
you to
That-
be
that
able
is
to
really
say.
So,
a lot of
really
people need
mature.
to say
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
Really
mature.
mature.
So I just didn't
yeah.
put it on there because I didn't want to stir shit up, and it's not make or break. If like I'm perfectly fine with my boyfriend being conservative, even though I definitely lean more towards like the liberal side, just because I am a female after
And
all.
see, and I'm like the opposite of that. Is like I would not feel comfortable dating a conservative person. So like that's a deal breaker for me. Like I'm not saying you have to be full on liberal,
Yeah,
but like
Yeah.
I prefer
There's a
like,
line.
moderate to that. Like there's a line.
there's a line.
Right,
The
everybody has their
obnoxious like
preferences.
conservatives, like
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do
And
with
so
them.
like that's why it's in mine because I know for a fact that it definitely turns people away from mine, and that's like the whole purpose. I'm like I do not want you coming. Like that's
See,
the whole
exactly.
point.
Yeah.
of it.
But that's the
Waste your
thing.
time.
Like
Yeah.
conservative is just like it's like a team name. It's not really like a political
Yeah.
view.
Like, I get
But like there are a lot of views under the that fall under conservative that I also like believe in.
It's fine.
And I think
Yeah.
we're good. So
No, that's great because like those are I want a Christian conservative man. So
Yeah.
those are like my top 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
And there you go.
I will most definitely check it out.
You definitely should.
Thank you.
Hope you meet your soulmate.
Thanks.
And
We'll
you
help
can meet
you.
yours too.
We'll have yes.
Well, guys,
We, as you can tell, this episode is a little bit more relaxed than the last.
It's been a really busy week, guys.
It has.
And a really
crazy.
stressful one.
Yeah. I will say, like, with everything going on, we have figured out our audio situation, if you can't
we
tell.
apologize for the last video. It was a little crazy.
Yes, but we were
Sorry.
also, like, super excited to give you guys content.
And we still get excited sometimes. So sometimes it's not
Yes.
always going to be perfect.
But this week,
Yeah.
like,
you can't tell
Hannah
we all love to
or Brooke.
talk
Yeah.
and talk over each other at some points.
it happens. We're
But
just
it's
girls,
fun.
and it's
We're just
never really that
girls.
serious after all. So,
Boom.
but thanks
Never
for
really that serious.
thanks for tuning in.
Thank you,
We'll
guys.
see you
Thank you so
next
much for making
week.
time
Next
for us.
week. Bye.
Hopefully
Bye.
on time. On today's episode, Hinge.
Episode 3, take 1.
Yeah.
Let's keep this.
I know where you live.
You live
I will
in
find you,
Kentucky?
and I will kill you.
Huntsville,
I
Alabama.
have 2 homes. One for the plug. One for the hole. I think we're wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't